Folks, good morning, afternoon, everyone. Today I want to demonstrate our approach to API resiliency. To be exact, I want to talk about our API resiliency framework, which enables developers to self-provision and manage API deployments across multitude of regions with minimal operation overhead. Think about that. You have an application, which in this specific example is your trading engine proxy app, which you as a developer, you have a business logic, it caters specific APIs, and this is the time where you want to expose it. There is time where you want to publish it at enterprise API edge layer to be consumed by external clients. What should be the process, right? And this is sort of, every organization, every enterprise has their own process. However, what you're trying to do here, we're trying to compress the overhead on the developer. As a developer, what you really want to do, you want to basically submit your given application to be exposed with already known nouns. So what you really know, here is my app, which is Trading Engine app, is here of the backends. I want to go and publish it. And this is an example of intent-driven annotation where we can say, hey, here's an app, publish it as futures.tetrade.io. So in this example, what will happen behind the scene, we will actually publish that trading app towards our API edge layer. That API edge layer, it is your API delivery layer, which actually it's platform contained region specific layers that will cater your API traffic resiliency, will cater for your API delivery features, traffic management features, security features, etc. Right? This is the layer that basically you as a developer not necessarily care, but you need all those functions that you want to basically benefit from. So in this example, as you can see here, part one, I submitted my intention. As intention flows in, the API being evaluated, and it's being published. As it's being published, it's being available for consumption by the clients. So to continue in this, and you can see here, I'm trying to do a very quick demo. There is also West region. So as the West region comes in, which I can show you a little more here. Yes, I will do the annotation similar to it, but there are multiple flags, multiple operations, but it's quite strict experience that you have here. But here is to expose a few more bits. There is a notion of globally available service or locally available service. There is a notion where we can say, hey, I want this API layer to be exposed specifically to those few edge layers. And those edge layers, once again, they will automate your DNS, they will automate IP registration, they'll automate, behind the scene cloud dependency, and so there will be your exposure layer towards outside. They can run Open API payload validation, they can run WAF functions and other transformation functions and so on, but also aside of the traffic management or crunching capabilities, there will be your resiliency layer. They'll be managing the resiliency. As you add more capacity into the mix, they'll be distributing the traffic across the workload clusters. They will be, failing over the traffic if needed, all seamlessly without you in the loop, right? So it means here's your left side capacity layer of API distribution and API self-healing capabilities, and on the right side will be more of your workload clusters that you have here. So basically, if you think about this right now, as we add more capacity into the mix, you can see here that API edge layer is catering for more, right? Meaning you can see here there is extra capacity unit added up. So guess what? You published and expanded your capacity pool, or in fact availability for your APIs too. So with that in mind, what's left? There are more things there that I can talk about, but I want to basically keep this demo as short as possible and show you one more bit here, right? Here, this is the annotation that will basically say, West region, hey, by the way, I'm about for the Trading Engine proxy app, I want to drain the traffic. You know what? The goal of this right now, and of course there's an annotation already there, is the goal of that task is here as simple as that. Hey, this app will go through the release. This app right now have to be pulled away in the West region from the API edge layer. So as you can see here, I enable developer here simply to have a tool to say, hey, I can also pull off specific set of capacity, for example, the West region, off my API edge layer and do whatever I need or perform my maintenance operations and again put the traffic back when needed. So with that in mind, what we have here, we have resiliency, traffic management, API delivery functions on the left, and on the right side we have the actual apps that run and benefit from that layer, right? So with that in mind, thank you for your time and hopefully that was a productive demo.